6 friends.
1 dinner.
And then the bill.
Suddenly it's giving SAT math section.
Someone forgot they ordered oysters for the table.
Someone else swears their cocktail was just sparkling water with vibes.
And now the check looks like rent in Manhattan.
But this is when you step into your hero arc.
You pull out the Klarna card.
1 swipe and the chaos disappears. No panic. No awkward payment request to friends.
Just you completely in control.
Because the Klarna card isn't just another card.
It's the ultimate power move.
Sushi with friends.
Pay now.
That outfit that makes you feel like a superstar.
Pay over time.
Last minute flight.
Klarna card says, yes, absolutely.
So when the bill hits, you don't need a calculator, you need the Klarna card.
Learn more about the Klarna card at klarna.com.
Debit FlexCard Pay Later plans issued by WebBank. Deposits in your balance account are held at WebBank, member FDIC, anywhere Visa is accepted. Certain merchant, product, good, and service restrictions apply. Some merchants do not accept virtual cards. Physical card only included with a paid Klarna membership plan. Get ready for your next TV obsession, All's Fair, starring Kim Kardashian, Naomi Watts, Niecy Nash-Betts, Teyana Taylor, with Sarah Paulson and Glenn Close. A team of fierce female divorce attorneys leave a male-dominated firm to start their own.
Filled with scandalous secrets and shifting allegiances, both in the courtroom and within their own ranks, these ladies know that lawyers are a girl's best friend.
All's Fair, now streaming on Hulu and on Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply. This is Matt Rogers from Las Culturistas with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang.
This is Bowen Yang from Las Culturistas with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang.
Hey Bowen, it's gift season.
Stressing me out. Why are the people I love so hard to shop for?
What about the gift guide we made?
In partnership with Marshalls, where premium gifts meet incredible value?
It's giving gifts!
Categories like best gifts for the mom whose idea of a sensible walking shoe is a stiletto.
Or best gifts for me that were so thoughtful, I really shouldn't have. Check out the guide on Marshalls.com. It's giving gifts!
Gift the good stuff at Marshalls.
Hey, 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 or should I say, ho, ho, ho. It's me, Matt Rogers, and in the words of another Christmas icon, it's time. I'm back with my new nationwide tour, Matt Rogers, Christmas in December. Yes, it's time to remember when Christmas is. I'm hitting the road all December with Henry Kapersky and the whole band, performing my album, Have You Heard of Christmas, along with a bunch of other little surprises. So if you're in LA, San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, Philadelphia, DC, New York City, Boston, Toronto, Chicago, or, yes, Orlando, Florida, I want to see your gorgeous ass. Go to mattrogersofficial.com or head to my Instagram at mattrogersthough and hit the link in my bio. Until then, stream the album, get your look together, and get ready to deck the damn halls at a venue near you. Christmas in December, you in my heart. XOXO. Me, Matt. Look, man. Where? Oh, I see. My, oh, my. Bowen, look over there. Wow, is that culture? Yes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Yeah. Las Culturistas. Ding dong, Las Culturistas calling. Well, you have come from an interesting event.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I was just with Manon, Sophia, Daniela, Yunche, Megan, and Sophia. Did I repeat some names?
You might have sent
Laura,
Sophia
I said
twice.
Lara, of course. Oh my God, Lara Raj. How could I forget?
And you know what? That's the power of Sophia. She gets mentioned twice.
Sophia gets mentioned twice.
Sophia, you go, girl.
You go, girl. I was with Cat's Eye.
Dancing with them?
I was not dancing with them, but I was shooting a video that should be out by now by the time this comes out. But God, those girls are truly incredible.
They have a great bounty of talent.
Oh, great fortune.
They have a great Fouchin.
Fouchin?
Fouchin.
Anthony Fouchin. Who? What did you?
I said bounty and fortune at the same time, and it came out
Fouchin is actually really powerful.
Well, it's actually local culture number 60. When you say bounty and fortune at the same time, you get Fouchin. Well, those girls of Cat's Eye have a great Fouchin of beauty and talent.
Youth and talent and work ethic, and they're so sweet. They're funny as hell. I mean, that EP, Beautiful Chaos, excellent. I mean, obviously, we're like the last people telling people to stream.
They're like machines. As are you, my friend, my dearest friend. You're one of the most famous dancers now.
That's not true. That's
it is
not true.
Don't challenge me.
Well, I flopped on this dance, I must say, because the choreo that Cat's Eye does is...
Was it difficult?
Incredible. Like you have no idea. We gotta talk to our guest about choreo, because I want to know what Adam Shankman made this girl, made our this icon do on
Our
set.
guest has hit the step for decades.
Absolutely.
It's actually Rule of Culture number 50. Brittany Snow has hit the step for decades.
And it was a lot of fun. Check it out. It comes out Halloween. They do fun Halloween stuff, these girls.
I bet they do.
Yeah.
Because
You're going to love this Halloween thing.
Really? Is
So,
it like a special?
At this point...
It's out.
At this point, so they got dogged online because at the VMAs on the red carpet, a lovely correspondent from Billboard asked them, "We're celebrating Mariah tonight. What is your one by one? Let's go around one by one. Your favorite Mariah video." And these girls, they're young.
They don't know.
They're babies. It's a little bit before
Babies
their time.
don't necessarily know about Mariah. It's actually Rule of Culture number 15.
Babies don't necessarily know about Mariah. So they were stumped, and then of course, like a certain millennial sect of gay men, especially,
The worst.
kind of was like, oh, these girls, open the schools. These girls don't know, and so for their Halloween thing this year, they are all dressed up as their favorite Mariah video look.
I love that.
And
They paid respects.
They pay respects, and there's a great, broad sort of gamut of Mariah looks that I think will please a lot of people.
And I'm sure the millennial gays will now put their weapons down and leave the girls alone.
But
Okay.
but like I was talking to the girls, and they were like, "We love her. We love her so much. We couldn't think of like any videos." And like they're like, "But we watched all of them, and like they're so." It's
Cats, I come on the show.
Cats,
we'll
I
teach
come on the
you.
show. We'll gab.
You're invited. We'll gab. All right. Well, speaking of if they open the schools, I believe that our guest is in all the textbooks in the schools because
Absolutely.
she actually is an incredibly big part of pop culture.
in so many different lanes and ways and verticals, I'll say.
I remember when I first saw the guest
When?
on television.
Oh.
There was a preview for a new show called American Dreams, and the star of it was this absolutely gorgeous ray of light. And I remember being a young gay, and I said, "That's a star.
Yeah.
That is a superstar whose name we will know." I believe she even got one of those like an introducing Brittany
She
Snows.
got an introducing.
I think she did. She's making a face that would suggest I'm wrong, but in my mind, it was American Dreams and introducing Brittany Snow.
Oh, that sounds so right. It hits the ear perfectly.
She's the star of the cultural phenomenon that is The Hunting Wives. Murdaugh Murders
Sophie.
is on Hulu now. So much more.
I said Sophie.
Sophie was the name of her character,
Right.
different from Sophia.
Right.
But let's say Sophie twice just to make it fair.
Sophie.
Yes. And I guess I could say on Las Culturistas and now, and introducing
Brittany Snow! Yes!
It is a phenomenon that you're here.
No, I'm just so delighted and honored. It's not a phenomenon. I was going to come here regardless, whether you wanted me here or not.
No, for us, it's
Why
a
wouldn't
phenomenon.
we want you here? Yeah, it's a personal phenomenon for us.
Oh, no. I mean, this is the most lovely introduction, though. I do not feel like I'm in this category whatsoever, but thanks.
Was it an introducing Brittany Snow? It might have been.
If it was for you, then that's what matters.
I just remember, like, that's a huge deal, though. Like, you're. I guess you'd been acting since you were a kid.
A kid, like a baby.
A
Right.
Tampa kid.
A Tampa kid.
Yes.
My mom put me into those commercials when I was a baby. And so I have known no different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just living the life, the hard life of a Tampa child actor.
It was hard. No, just kidding.
What was the hardest part? The driving?
Driving to Orlando, Florida.
Yeah.
The 5 a.m.s, like getting in the back of my mom's van. She gets me one Dunkin' Donut on the way.
just one.
Hey, just
Pretty
one.
good.
Strawberry glazed.
Come on now.
And I am in the audition at like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. And I have to be on. I've got to be cute.
Yeah.
Pigtails always.
Of course.
Pigtails was the look.
Well, around like 6 or 7, yeah.
Yeah.
A braided pigtail?
No, like two
Just
really
bands.
annoying
Pippi Longstocking
Pippi.
Pippi
vibes.
Longstocking vibes, yeah.
But I mean, does part of you like I wasn't even at all near this like sort of channel between Tampa and Orlando or anywhere in Florida feeding into Central Florida. It just felt like such a 90s thing, like this aspirational 90s thing for kids, for
Yes.
people our age, where it was like, oh my God, well, you can like get your start in Orlando. You could go to Orlando.
Oh my God.
And it was even worse that we were in Tampa. Like I was a Tampa kid. I was born and raised there. So it was almost like required that I was a part of dance and singing and stuff like that because there was pop stars coming out of Florida and everything was very Mickey related. And so, I had no choice.
So you were a Tampa kid who longed to be an Orlando kid.
I did, actually, especially because in my teenage years, Orlando had teen clubs called The Groove.
Teen clubs in Orlando.
The Groove was my mecca. I would leave high school and go right from like high school Friday to Orlando and spend the weekend with my friends in Orlando. And I would be at the teen clubs with like a cowboy hat and like...
This sounds heavenly, honestly.
It does. That was exactly what on Long Island I pictured it being.
Yes. But like no social media, no phones. We're just at the teen club. Like,
and your Stetsons.
Yeah. What was like that big, the loving feels so good. And that's what takes me high.
Oh, wow.
And then what are you throwing back?
One's got a cowboy hat on is so wrong, but so right.
So right, but what are you throwing back? Diet Cokes, fruit juice?
Yes. Well, this was a time when there was no limits on soda. Now they've banned soda.
Right.
It's almost like you can't even say the words Sprite. You can't even say the words full fat Coke. They'll come for you.
They'll come for you.
They'll come for your kids.
It was freedom back then. We really had it made.
I just remember being like young and just watching my Nickelodeon and knowing that everyone on my television was at Universal Studios Florida, filmed before a live studio audience, and I would run around in a circle just drinking soda until I passed out. I had the energy for it and the ability to consume it.
And you just wanted to be at the Groove so badly.
Well, especially Tampa. You're talking about Tampa. You aspire to Orlando.
Yeah.
Like
Long Island.
You aspire to Tampa so that you can even get close to. I know. But Florida had a different image then.
It did. And I think because I know too much, you know.
You know too much.
Yeah.
Right.
But here's a weird story is then after I was in the teen clubs in Orlando, I made it to Hollywood.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
American Dreams is happening. I'm 15 when I do the pilot. And then it gets really dark because there's teen clubs in LA.
And
Yeah,
which different flavor.
It's a different flavor. Same fruit juice and same soda.
But there's different stuff in the fruit
But
juice.
there's different
Hey.
people in the
Different
fruit
in the
juice,
environment.
if you know what I mean. Yeah. There was a
Yikes.
teen like club that behind a
no.
door there was like an A-list portion of this club.
Oh, no.
It was at
There
Hollywood
was.
and Highland, and basically if you were on like a CW show, but at the time it was WB, or if you were on any sort of like show like Lizzie McGuire or something like that, we were all back there in this room and we were all in this little, way smaller than this room, together, just drinking soda.
Drinking soda.
Quote unquote soda?
Definitely soda.
Definitely
we,
soda.
We were 15, 16 years old.
So does that engender a kind of like, oh, I get it. There's a hierarchy. There's a
Yes.
stratum, or
Yes.
like that's so. I mean, but I guess that happens everywhere, like in high school.
But you got to the head of the teen club line if
Yeah.
you were on a show, which was already so bizarre, but somehow we just knew that we go to the front of the line.
Sure.
So you're
It's
talking
so
about like this is like
stupid.
you and Hillary Duff drinking soda in the back?
Lindsay,
Wow.
and Rachel Wood, all the kids that were ever on Seventh Heaven,
Yep.
you know, things like that. Yeah.
Miss Beale.
Miss Beale was never there.
She
it was
wasn't there?
It was David.
David.
Yes.
Oh, I
Who
love
was in
David.
Kingdom Hearts with me.
That's why. That's what I was gonna. I'm gonna ask you about Kingdom Hearts.
You
know.
pointed to Bowen Yang and said Kingdom Hearts because you said I want my video game cred.
That's
you
right.
want the official. So I've had the Florida portion. Go ahead, take the Kingdom Hearts portion.
Well, this is a first for me. I have nothing specific prepared for you in the way of questioning. What would
Good.
This is weird. What would you like to be asked about Kingdom Hearts?
What can we ask
Truly anything because I do not remember doing
You
it.
don't
Fine.
remember doing
Okay.
it?
I think I was 16
Sure.
and I knew I was doing a video game and I knew it had to do with Disney.
Yep.
And that's all I knew.
Sure.
I remember, the only thing that I remember about that time is that the guy who was like the sound editor was really familiar with Christina Aguilera because he had just done Milan and she sang
Reflection.
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 Yes.
And I wanted to know everything about Christina Aguilera.
yeah.
And so I just pumped him for information. But other than that,
Blur.
no clue.
Lovely.
so
That's my one memory.
That's how it is in the booth. Okay, and let's get real about the industry. Sometimes when you go into the vocal booth for these things, you go, "Sure, I'm playing a cat named Gary." Okay, and I have no memory of it.
I was in the vocal booth today.
And do you remember anything you did? You just told us.
I remember using my voice in all kinds of ways for an animated character.
There you go.
I'll black out. Ask me again in 25 years.
Sure. So,
Thank you guys for making me feel better about that.
No,
Of course,
literally.
you shouldn't feel any way about the Kingdom Hearts of it all. Thank you for being honest about it, but I will just let you know how important your character Nominate is.
Oh, that's so great.
You never played it?
No, I don't. I've never played the game. I don't even know what I do.
Okay, so you play. So in the world of this game,
It's terrible.
not terrible. Oh, please, not terrible.
No, because this is going to be thrilling. Paint the
yeah.
picture.
Well, first of all, you have a stacked cast. Well, I'll get to that later. But in the world of Kingdom Hearts, the crossover game from Disney and Square Enix, famous, one of the best video game sort of distributors and companies of all time, Final Fantasy. It's their sort of mashup. And so Haley Joel Osment plays Sora, Hayden Panettiere plays Kairi, and David plays Riku. Anyway, the three of them start off on this island. They get dispersed when the Heartless come and corrupt the soul of their planet. Now, in the process of making a Heartless, in the process of getting your heart corrupted, you get a vessel of yourself, a copy of yourself comes into the world named a nobody.
Yes, I do remember saying these
So
things.
you are Hayden Panettiere's
coming back to
nobody.
me.
You are Hayden Panettiere's nobody.
I mean, wasn't the first time.
No.
She was like, I wanted to save the world and be the cheerleader.
Definitely. At that time, hell yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
the
No,
role.
you know,
American Dream
do you
and
want to know
Nominate.
some interesting like
Please.
facts?
Yes.
Hayden Panettiere and I have known each other since I was 12 years old. She played my little sister on a soap opera.
No kidding.
Was it Guiding Light?
Guiding Light.
Yeah.
Wow.
You were on Guiding Light?
Yes,
Oh
that was
my
one of my
God.
first jobs, and she was my little sister, and we knew each other very well.
Yes.
We did a lot of scenes together, and she was like a baby person when
Yeah.
we were on Guiding Light. I don't know, the difference between 8 and 12 is so vast for some reason.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so I just looked
Chasm.
so down to her, and then when she was on Heroes, I was like, oh, she's like a human.
Right.
So
Yeah.
when we did Kingdom Hearts, I did feel like, oh, this makes sense. Like we're playing connected again. So it makes, I'm a shell. No, I'm the nobody.
No.
I'm the shell of the person.
You are Kairi. So Kairi
I'm
and
the shell of the person.
That tracks. honestly.
No. This is no. I'm about to give one last. I won't dwell too much on this. I've always wanted to tell you like how
It's
iconic.
thrilling watching
it's
you
thrilling
explain it.
watching.
Because now I feel like I really have learned.
So Kairi is so special. So these three kids, Sora, Riku, and Kairi, are very special. And so Kairi gets turned into a Heartless. And so then she turns back to a human, but then Nominate, your character, enters the world. And because she is Kairi's nobody, she has the special power to rearrange people's memories.
Yes.
And and Nominate gets recruited by the bad guys to basically like refabricate Sora, Haley Joel Osment's memory. And it's a profound thing.
This is, I mean, kind of ironic that you're speaking of memory because that jolted my memory.
Yeah.
Because I remember having to do a scene about that, about
Yes.
how I got his memory back.
Yes.
Wow. Haven't thought about that in a
Of course.
This is a big part of Bowen Yang's formative
Huge.
culture.
Oh no, it's and there's still a very, very active community of people who adore that. It's a formative piece of pop culture history and it's one of the most pop cultural like video game items
Wow.
ever. And then Haley Joel Osment's Nobody is Roxas, is played by Jesse McCartney.
Yes.
It's like it was
Right.
such it
It's a
was
who's who of the stars of that
it was
time.
kids who were in the A-list of the LA clubs. It was
Oh my God.
it was all the soda drinkers.
Yeah, we were back there drinking soda.
Yeah.
All of
A
us.
lot of these names were drinking the soda.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Drinking the soda might be title of it.
Drinking the soda. What was your order? Do you remember?
I mean, I just remember being so excited to go back in this room.
Yeah.
That like I don't even know if I drank soda.
Oh
I think I was just looking around like I too could one day be on the WB, you know? Like
Right.
that was the pinnacle for me.
Absolutely.
Screw NBC, American Dreams.
I know.
I wanted to be with the frog.
Well,
Oh my god.
top
the
hat?
frog and the top hat.
but speaking of, we were just talking before we started about how like when you're in Florida and you're, because this was also the time of Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah.
Like that was something that you wanted, but were just a smidge too young.
Yes, I aspired to be. That's all I wanted was to be on the Mickey Mouse Club. I would practice. I would tell my mom what I was going to do in my audition. And yeah, I was too young. Just think of where I could have been.
But then you booked Prestige TV.
There you go.
I mean, not right away. Oh, you mean American Dreams?
I think American Dreams, like I just remember watching it with my family and it being like so dramatically potent. I would be so curious to go back and watch it now.
Yeah.
Your older brother in that was hot.
It's weird to say he was because he played my brother.
But this is a memory. I
But
just jogged my
objectively-
own memory of it. I was like, I think he was one of my first like crushes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think
that
he
makes
might have
sense.
been one of my first things of like, like when a dog sees
When a dog realizes it's gay.
you know, like when a dog realizes it's gay
Yeah.
because it sees the older brother for American Dreams. That was kind of me. It was
That
like,
was
Here,
you.
It was very that. It was
ears.
very that.
The ears.
But one
Yeah.
of the best things about that show was one of its features, one of the things that made it so rated, was that a different guest star would come in and play
Yes.
a guest star from American Bandstand. And we were just talking about a couple, like Ashanti was Dionne Warwick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, Kelly Clarkson was Brenda Lee, I think in one of the first episodes.
What?
Yeah.
Yes. In like the third episode, she played Brenda Lee. We talk about it every time I go on the show. I'm like,
Yep.
can you believe that was one of your first jobs?
Yeah,
I
right
mean, she
after
had
she had
just won American Idol.
So do you have any memories of like particular people coming through? Do you have a favorite memory of someone? Because at the time you're like fully the star of the show, but also like a kid who's got idol worship.
Usher came on and was Marvin Gaye, and
Oh,
that
that's so
was
great
really
casting.
cool. He was so lovely.
Yeah.
And he like danced a little bit, and I remember that was really cool. I also everyone was so lovely. There was like two people that I won't name
Sure.
Yeah.
that broke my soul because they
Oh.
were sort of mean, and I was like, "You're getting to play an iconic person. Like this is a cool little job."
But when you're mean, you're mean.
Yeah, who wasn't mean though, who I just sat behind at the VMAs, which is a bizarre
Surreal.
sentence to say, was Paris Hilton played she was a Barbara
Barbara.
from I Dream of Jeannie.
Oh.
Yes.
Barbara Eden.
Barbara
Yes.
Eden.
Wow. Thanks, Doug.
Thank
you
you.
go.
I was like, yeah.
I think he
Yes.
just perked up like a dog over there about Barbara Eden. Oh, that's a good
Fair.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
really
was
good.
lovely actually. Like really lovely.
I mean, you were getting this like pretty cool glimpse, like on maybe not a weekly basis or whatever the cadence was, but like you get this glimpse into like how like different case studies on like how fame works or how it affects certain people depending on like who comes in, right?
Definitely. And at that time, there was no social media, which I think was sort of a detriment to the show because I think if it was
yeah,
in a
of
different time, people with that sort of following would have blown the show up because everybody who was coming on the show would have wanted to, you know, gram about it and tweet about it, whatever.
Yep.
But back then, it was just like, oh, coming next Sunday, get to see Usher being Marvin Gaye, you know? And so you really got to see who the inner workings of their team was and how they conducted themselves on set because they were only there for such a short period of time that you saw such like a glimpse into who they were and then they left. And we were always sort of like, wow, that was a surreal thing. And much like what we were doing on the show. We were sort of meta in that way of being real American Bandstand audience members,
Right.
being like, oh my God, there's these icons.
Totally. Do you think that grounds you? I feel like because like I think the feature that I sort of not the feature. I mean, I don't want to talk about you in that term.
You can talk about me while I'm sitting here for sure.
Okay, but sure. But it's like I'm always so struck by how grounded you are. Like there's something so
That's nice.
really just I don't know, so stoic but warm. But you know, I think that is a pretty remarkable thing. Every
You hold
time
the center.
You hold the center.
Thanks, guys.
Well, that's why
really
you're a
nice.
star. I mean, you are such a star. I have to say, like, just to speak about like the next like thing that happened was Hairspray before or after Pitch Perfect?
It was before.
After John Tucker.
John Tucker was first.
Yes.
John Tucker was.
And
when
then
I
you got
was-
to really act with Ashanti.
I really acted with Ashanti. I love Ashanti. Her
who
laugh
doesn't
is
love
exactly
Ashanti?
the same. It's so like perfect. It's like a little cute cackle, and I just adore her. And she at the time was just starting to date Nelly, which talk about
yeah.
a cultural
Of
phenomenon.
course.
Bingo.
We were at dinner one time, and I could barely keep it together. I was just like,
Yeah, it's Nelly.
But no, it was a really great time. But I think to go back to, I guess the original question was that I went through like a lot of these types of movies really early on, but I always was sort of like struggling with something at the time or went really up and down and had all these different obstacles going on in my personal life that I never really was present with what was going on or like saw it for what it really was. And so in hindsight, it actually made me really grounded because I couldn't get my head up in the clouds or see it from another macro view. I was too busy just trying to keep my shit together.
I get that.
Yeah. Not to bring it down, but
No, that's
but
not bringing it down at all.
Especially because like a lot of the things that I think, well, for example, John Tucker and then Pitch Perfect, you're around a lot of you're in great ensembles with people that are close to your age. So I would imagine that that's like kind of cool because you can make friends and get in touch with people, but you're also all kind of have the same POV on this thing that's happening to us. So that has to be like a little bit like
definitely. It's always really helpful. And I think something that I've innately had about me since I was a kid is that I'm pretty perceptive and self-aware almost to a fault sometimes. So I do see like what other people are taking in and how they're reacting to what the movie's doing or what they're getting from things. And I just, and then I sort of like go about what I want to do. Yeah. If that makes any sense.
Totally.
But having that sort of duality of knowing that someone else is doing something over here and I don't necessarily need to has always been really helpful for me. Being like, we're just going to let them go there.
But you're right, though. It is this thing that either is discombobulating or really grounding. The duality that you're talking about, which is like being in ensembles of people close to your age, including up until now, up until Hunting Wives.
Yeah,
you know,
it's actually really nice. I mean, it kind of makes me believe that people want me to see me in movies that have to do with like female friendship or like community, or that I'm always in a group of people. I mean, it's better than just me playing like, I don't know, a castaway character and just being alone in all my movies and people being like, I don't really want to see her interacting with anybody. You know, I like that I'm always around other people in all these movies. It's shows that maybe I'm friendly.
Yeah, I feel like, well, also the thing is, like, I believe it was like Tina Fey who once said, like, you need a really nice person to play a really mean person. That's why you were such a good Amber Von Tussle, is because you did it so well, but like you in the seats weren't snapped out of the movie, like because it wasn't that deep, but like you were so, and also like she does get a little, no, she doesn't get redemption in the movie. She gets redemption in the Broadway musical.
She does get a little bit, not redemption, but I think she has a change of heart towards the end. Yeah. Because she sort of, without the power struggle of her and her mom, she sort of sees it from a new, and it's so slight. I mean, it's at the very end of the movie. It's like you can't stop to be like, maybe Amber's having a different perspective, and then the movie's over. So,
because did they cut, in the movie, when you and when Amber and Velma sing in You Can't Stop the Beat, or is it
they cut that?
See, I knew they cut it because in the musical it's this like moment where the Von Tussles like kind of fully get brought over to the other side, and I remember truly one of the moments in culture for me was seeing that Broadway musical and just Laura Bell Bundy on the high harmony of that. Psycho.
Like
crazy.
She's incredible.
Did you see that?
Yes, I've obviously seen her, but you know, Laura, talking about Guiding Light, Laura played my aunt.
What?
Guiding Light, yes.
Laura Bell Bundy did.
Yes, and Laura and I are very dear friends, and so getting to take over, you know, or passing the baton in a way to me for to do the movie was sort of really, really nice, and she gave me her full blessing, which was huge because I can't sing like Laura Bell Bundy. Like she's unbelievable.
You're a wonderful singer.
I'm not, but like Laura Bell Bundy as like a Mariah Carey of Broadway. You know, she
Laura
really,
Bell is I'll never forget that sound.
Yes,
because it was the first time I heard like live. I think it might have been my first or second Broadway show, and just them her launching that high harmony. I think like changed something about my life.
It was another.
But it was like it was the dog realizing he was gay. You know when a dog hears Laura Bell Bundy do the high harmony belted and realizes it's gay. But yeah, that
we have to point out something though. Guiding Light and just soaps in general. It's like the longer I like absorb knowledge about this business, the more I'm convinced that is where like the flames that forge these actors is like no other flame in the world. What a weird metaphor, but it's like
catching on fire. Yeah.
You and Hayden and Laura, but also like. We had Lisa Rinna on earlier, and she's like obviously a soap queen, and like our friend Sarah Sherman was on General Hospital, and she's just like, it's that thing where like you ask a soap star like, if you ask a soap star to cry, they ask which eye.
Yes.
You know, it's like.
Do you know the which eye thing?
I can't do it out of which eye, but I can cry.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Every scene in Hunting Wives, our house just turns to each other and goes,
It's too much.
Brittany
No,
motherfucking Snow.
No.
So
No,
there's a
take
million
it.
things to talk to you about, but like let's just talk about Hunting Wives because
let's
it's
get
been
into it.
honored.
Yeah.
So
Also, I have some bones to pick with
Okay.
you too.
Sure.
Do you want to pick the bones
let's
now or
start with
later?
the bones.
Well, when I listened to the Snow Bunnies episode,
Brittany Snow Bunny.
We are
Which-
hot popping.
which I will put on my tombstone, I did notice that at first you love.
Yeah.
You were unsure of the macros.
And
Yeah.
Rebecca and I talked about this during the Emmys because I will say, Rebecca, Katie Lowe's, Brittany Snow, Malin Akerman, Chrissy Metz, like you were the belles of the ball.
Yeah.
And you and I did have a really, I thought, poignant conversation about how like it was so interesting to be at one of those parties from the perspective of, because you were like, I've been at these parties when it is really weird if like you get asked like, what are you working on? You're like, oh, I'm just kind of,
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
weird to be in that space. And like, that's just like the whole industry writ small in that space, right? It's like, that's like the broader scope of like this business. It's like, well, if you're in between stuff, it's a little weird to like communicate that and you're not sure how to feel about this. But anyway, Rebecca and I kind of talked it out and I was like, thank you for letting me like come to that understanding and that realization in real time for myself on the podcast, because I was like, I don't know what this is,
no,
what
but
the
I
show
think
is
that's okay.
doing. But
I think a
that's
lot
why
of people had that reaction.
But I think the terminus is pretty broadly and generally like, oh my God, this show is bonkers, camp, like it's good nutritional value, I think. Yes, it
I'm
is.
not sure it's nutritional, but it's definitely. And you know what's funny is that and Rebecca will attest to this. We weren't necessarily trying to do like high camp.
Sure.
Yeah.
It was sort of somewhere in the middle. And then as we were kind of doing the show, I sort of like realized it was sort of like when, like A Beautiful Mind, when things start like
Yes,
coming
yes.
into view, where I was like, oh, we're not
Yeah.
really making Big Little Lies, are we?
No, but you know what? You playing it like it was
I
is why
Yeah.
it works, because you again hold the center. You
Well,
are
that
giving
was a conscious choice, and sometimes it didn't work out. But I did feel like if I lose the plot, if I'm sort of over the top in a way, then you don't have a groundedness at all.
Sure.
But sometimes I do wish that I pushed it a little bit. But I think that that's what next season is for.
yeah,
A little bit
because
is
now you're gonna crack after what happened in the finale.
Yeah, she's crazy.
She's nuts.
crazy.
This is a woman who's, almost 40, and she's like, I must keep myself caged, and if I don't, then everything will unravel.
I have
That's
the
why I don't
capacity
drink.
for hysteria.
I have the capacity to really go off the rails,
Yeah.
and so I have to keep myself really small, which is why I played it pretty like small in general, and then I would have these big moments, but then without them, you're kind of like, she's just sort of small.
Interesting.
Honestly, though, it kind of makes the voicemail scene jump out even more.
Yeah,
And-
that's probably true.
It's
Yeah.
an excellence, because that's an excellent scene.
I loved that because we've all left that voicemail.
Yeah.
Or we wish we did.
Yeah, truly.
You know?
I sometimes will record it and send it to a friend. I recently
Yeah.
had a gnarly thought I wanted to tell someone.
Yeah.
Because I found out someone did something, and I recorded the voicemail. I recorded a voice memo and sent it to our friend Jared just to try it out. And he was like, I didn't know what the context was and thought you were talking to me. And I listened to the first 5 seconds and had to lay down. He was like, now I understand. You cannot sound this. I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. You should have read the other text. I was like, this is not to you.
Wait, that's really great hindsight, or not hindsight, but like foresight to send it to somebody first. I don't have that within me.
Well, I don't know. It probably was a little bit like too
You thought
much
it
of me to
through.
just cold send it to Jared. But honestly, having put it out
Expelled it.
there, it did something for me.
Yes.
So pro tip.
That is a therapy tactic
Yeah.
that you're supposed to do, that where you exercise and you get it out,
Yep.
but you don't really necessarily send it. I don't always subscribe to that. Like the writing it down, but you don't actually send it to them.
the time?
No, I want the forcefulness of them reading it.
I wanted to ask about like Hunting Wives, obviously a little bit more, but just because we're talking about this, like I wanted to ask about Love Is Louder.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh, yeah.
That's still ongoing.
I don't work with Love Is Louder anymore.
okay.
No, I founded it in 2010 with a friend of mine, and then it kind of became a different thing in
Got it.
2020. But I have a new charity that I started with a friend of mine called September Letters that I started in 2020. That is sort of in the same way, where it's like a therapeutic letter writing experience where
Speaking of writing it down.
we're writing it down, but we do all sorts of different types of letter writing. But it comes from the idea that I actually read an article when I was going through a really hard time when I was a teenager. And that article gave me sort of like the hope that I needed that someone else had what I had. Because in the 90s, when you're a teenager, no one's talking about depression, eating disorders, anxiety, anything like that. And in a fitness magazine, this girl was talking about it. And so I ripped out that article and carried it in my back pocket as like a symbol that I was going to be okay. Yeah. And then later when I got a lot of recovery, I did a magazine article, and the magazine article had come out, and I had talked about how that article really infused my recovery. Yeah. And this girl at a coffee shop saw me, and she turned around and she started crying, and she was holding my article in her back pocket. And so September Letters was born out of the idea that you sharing your story might just be really small to you, but it might be the story that someone needs to feel like there's hope. So
that amazing. That's why you got to write it down.
Well, or at least share it in a way that makes someone else feel seen, I guess.
That's so important.
But you're just amplifying the power of sharing by, like, within that story. Like, you have like this nesting doll thing where it's like someone else shared a story, so I'm going to share mine.
Yeah.
And then this girl at the coffee shop has your sort of version of that is like encased in this other person's.
Yeah, it was a true like pay it forward chainmail type of moment where you think you're doing this one little small thing and it turns out to be really helpful to somebody that you might not even know down the line. So that's what I continuously work on as well. September Letters. Yeah.
Beautiful. Gosh, chainmail being the thing that your parents would do over email. Like that was like the online behavior that your parents would partake in, where you go, oh, mom, no. But now it's like sharing an article about how like,
we're all doing chainmail, really.
We're all doing a version of chainmail that is, a little fucked. Wait, I do want to go back to Hunting Wives. I want to open the floor before we ask you more about Hunting Wives and the question.
Oh yeah, what was your other bone?
What are your other bones, and also TikTok things that are maybe getting at you?
Right.
I'm throwing a lot at you.
Yeah. All the things that are annoying. No, you were never annoying about Hunting Wives. I was actually in agreement with a lot of the things that you said.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
So
first of all, it's fun. That's why it's so great, is because it's fun and it's like so committed to. Like I felt so safe in every episode because I'm like, these women are tearing it up. I'm telling you, I'm such a fan of everyone. In particular, I want to shout out Katie Lowe's. Katie Lowe's rocks, man. And when she came in with that hair blown out, like, and she was just, it's behind her eyes, like she is in it. And for her last line after she shot in the chest to be "you cunts,"
it's the best way to die.
Come on. I was like, that's when I was like, this is the best show.
It's the best
show.
Like,
come on. But now I'm just upset because so many of the women are dead.
I know. And Katie Lowe's and I got very close. And I just think she's the most special human. I mean, all of the women are, but I'm very, very upset that she's dead.
Can she come back? Like, I feel like The Hunting Wives is a show where she could have a twin.
She could have a twin.
We've already talked about that. I don't think that's a possibility, but we were like, what would her name be? Jill? Is it Nell?
Jell,
her evil sister.
It's me, Jell. I want to be in the room. I do think that my pitch for Hunting Wives season 2 is that Jamie Ray Newman's character in with her new show comes on Las Culturistas and we play ourselves and she gets us to be right wing.
Yes.
Wait, I just got chills.
Yeah. And now I kind of like ruined it, but literally it's like, you ever see Monster, the Lyle and Eric Menendez thing?
Yes.
So you know the oneer with Cooper Koch when he's like doing the thing? I think it's that, but it's Las Cultch. It's a 90-minute episode of Hunting Wives, which is Jamie Ray Newman playing her character and us as Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang.
Yes.
And by the end, you see how powerful she is because she got Las Cultch to be like, yeah, for sure.
To fully go right.
I mean, I feel like she could do that.
She's really good.
Actor.
She's a really good. No, not only is she an amazing actor, but like that character.
Oh yeah,
I mean, she pegged her husband in the butt. So don't tell me about the show being, like when I heard the dildo come out of the butt. We rewound it 15 times.
I remember listening to that. You guys break that down.
We foleyed it. We re-foleyed
We were
it.
in Ptown and it was the most graphic anal sex either of us experienced. And we were in Ptown when we watched it. I'm not taking it out.
We wear that as a badge of honor.
The PR? I'm not taking it out.
No. Let Brittany react to that. Come on.
I believe you.
At what point did the
She believes
beautiful
that we
mind
didn't
moment
get me.
happen for you?
Sorry?
At what point did the beautiful mind moment happen for you while you were making the show where you were like, wait a minute?
It was pretty early on. I mean,
Great.
it was really, I mean, once you see Katie Lowe's and everybody's, Malin and the wig,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
sort of immediate, but in rehearsals and stuff, not aware.
Not aware.
Yeah.
Once we got on set and I was
You're
sort
like,
of seeing the
oh.
shots and the color, I was like,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, 100%.
I know what we're doing
This
here.
is why. Are you someone who watches dailies, or do you watch like playback, like what's on the do you watch what's on the monitor?
Not really. I do think sometimes it's helpful to just
I
know
agree.
at the very beginning, but I'm not a person that is micromanaging myself because I'll go insane.
Of course, same.
And I
Yeah.
always think I can do better. So there's never a time that I'm going to be like, nailed it.
Nailed
Yeah.
it.
Moving
Yeah.
on. Like,
Right,
yeah.
right.
So I'll always want to go again.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I do think that's helpful just to get it does inform like the screen picture of it just kind of just informs the tone. As an actor, you're like, gotcha. I can lock
Yeah.
into what this is.
But I do think from the very beginning there was a very clear understanding of what we were making in terms of like the women that were on the show, what kind of women we were going to be, that were like not 20 years old and we're having these sex scenes. Like we're in our late 30s, 40s, and we're going to be like powerful, and this is for the woman gaze,
Yep.
Yeah.
and we're gonna like go for it. That was never a question. We
Great.
were never like shy about, oh, I wonder if this is gonna be too much.
Like,
for
I wonder if we can
you know.
pull back this scene when we get to it. I won't raise anything now, but I might
Right.
be a little uncomfortable. No, you guys have to be going for
We
it.
knew going into it, and we signed up for that, and I think that that's something that we're proud of. That
You
like
should be. Oh my God,
We're
those
like-
are amazing.
Hollywood wants to kind of disregard women after the age of 32 for sex scenes, specifically nudity and things that are sort of like women coming into their own sexual like prowess. And,
Right.
and I think that this was just like, no, we're gonna still have this be very prevalent in a woman's life, even after she's of a Hollywood age of, And I love-
Meanwhile, they're the most sensual, sexy sex scenes I've ever seen. Like y'all eating box is like the craziest, it's the horniest I've ever found.
I'm so Malin when she eats box. Like, come on, baby. Like, you know what I mean? Like the way that she, baby. Like the way that she. I know it's. Trust me.
wait, that was really hot.
No, I'm Malin, and that's just the truth.
Oh my god, I'm like
Yeah,
kind of
I'm
sweating.
Malin. I have to meet her because I know I'm her. You know
I
what
know,
I mean?
I know.
You
You-
ever
yeah.
see someone and you're like, I'm them, so I have to meet them? For me, it's Malin and Kate Hudson.
Yeah.
That is a really good comp
Comp.
all
No,
around.
the three of us
Yeah.
need to have the filthiest martinis that
You guys would never leave. I feel
we wouldn't.
we would try to be. I want to be there, but then
Yeah.
I feel like I'd leave after a while.
You would get tired, and it's just because that conversation would come up that you'd be like, I'm not getting into this with these.
No,
three.
I'd probably get too drunk and just want to take a nap.
I know.
We're so the same. Brittany and I are so the same.
Y'all, you really are. Bowen is the king of like,
I'm tired.
I'm going home.
but I'm gonna rage until I get tired.
For
Of
sure.
course, absolutely.
That was my like MO on the Pitch Perfect set. It's
Yeah.
like you guys were young once. We got to rage. And
So you were the ringleader?
Oh, I was definitely the ringleader.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, especially in Pitch Perfect 1. I was like, we're all 25. We're
Yeah.
doing a movie about singing and dancing.
Yeah.
We're going out.
We gotta
Like,
go.
We're going
on.
Are you
yeah.
guys still in touch?
Yeah, we're all very close.
Let me ask, is there a Pitch Perfect group chat? I feel like that's the most like
Terrible.
e-news question. I'm allowed to say that because they don't exist.
Oh, R.I.P. Yes.
Well, I would love them while they were here.
Yeah, there is a group chat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
oh,
active
yeah.
is it?
It's pretty. It's died off like in the past couple months.
It's died off since the second sequel. Yeah.
No.
Oh, in the past couple months.
That's
Yeah,
pretty recent.
Yeah, pretty recently. And not on purpose. I think everybody's just
Busy.
older
Yeah.
now.
I'm trying to think what happened a couple months ago. Did anything go down?
No, nothing went down. Skylar had a birthday recently. I
Oh,
saw.
I love Skylar.
Oh yeah, I love Skylar
I don't
too.
know him.
Recent Skylar birthday. Anna, I love.
I love Anna Camp.
Yes, love
Anna,
it.
Anna Camp and Anna Kendrick, both legends.
Yes. Wait.
We're Ben Platt heads, of course.
I mean,
Of
we're
course.
Ben Platt
Just a gem.
enthusiasts.
Of course, me too.
First movie I
Number
ever
one
did
fan.
was with Rebel.
Oh my God!
Was-
Yes.
isn't it
Isn't it
romantic?
romantic?
Oh my god,
I was a
with
small
Adam.
role.
With Adam Devine too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Adam.
You are a part of us. You're a part of the
I'm
clan.
in the group chat. Oh my God.
You can join. That'd be great. Maybe give resurgence to like the whole.
Yes. Wait.
Wow, Bowen's here.
Bowen's here.
Oh, I wanted to ask you about Adam Shankman too. So
Yes.
I was on set with Adam working on this thing, and he was like, "Oh, Britney's the best," and he told a story about how you auditioned for Hairspray.
Yes.
It was a process.
It was a process. I actually told this on like a talk show or something like that, but it was the audition for Hairspray. This is sort of like very indicative of who I am, but I'm a pretty anxious auditioner.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to go to much hypnotherapy about auditioning.
I want to ask about your hypnotist.
I love my hypnotist.
Okay, I need to know.
She saved my life.
Okay, we're getting into that right after
I love
this.
her. But auditioning for me, it's not the fact that I am not a bad auditioner, and it's not even, there's something that happens with the pressure. I'm a bad test taker. I'm just really bad at like the battle of my mind that's like, you have one chance to do this if you know. So that audition, I was only like 20 years old. I bombed the audition. Like I really, really did badly. I got in my head, and I knew I could do it, and I knew I was right for the role. And Laura Bell already gave me the stamp of approval. And I had gone to a psychic 2 years before when I was filming John Tucker Must Die, and the psychic told me that I was going to play the daughter of an iconic blonde woman who was very famous, and she was like, "It's going to be 2 years from now," and I was like, "That's so specific."
Well, they're real.
I mean, I have something to say about psychics in a second, but then
say
I
it
put
all.
that away. I write it down, and I put it away. And then this audition comes up. Adam calls me because he had directed me in Pacifier, The Pacifier.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, we won't get into that. And so we were already friends. And he called me and he was like, that just wasn't your best. And I was like, I know, I'm sorry I let you down, And he was like, it's okay. Like, I still love you. But it's really sad because Michelle Pfeiffer just signed on to play Velma, and she's so iconic.
And you guys look so similar.
And I was like, iconic. And then I was like, wait a second, I need to go back to my journal. And I looked up, and by the time that Hairspray would have come out, it would have been 2 years.
Wow.
So I called Adam back and I said, I know this is crazy, but a psychic told me that I was going to play the daughter of an iconic, legendary blonde woman. And it's too weird for this not to be true. Can I just audition again?
one more time.
And he was like, you're the craziest human being alive. You've either lost your mind or this is going to be a really funny story one day. I'm going to let you audition again. And so he let me audition again, and I nailed the audition. And you know why I nailed it? Is because I had that sort of like talking in my head, that voice in my head, psychic or not, that was like, this is meant to be. You already have it.
You have that subconscious underpinning where you're like, it's fine. But this is this is why I love this story though, because I did see that interview and it blew my mind where you told the story. It's the perfect marriage of like, okay, it's whatever, it's predestined, but also you had to pick up the phone and call him back.
Gusto. You needed to
Yeah.
summon
But you
some
took that
gusto.
information, you were like, I'm going to take this into my own hands. It's like free will and predeterminism.
And that's why, like, when people have heard that story and they're like, I don't believe in psychics, you're promoting, and I'm like, whatever. It doesn't matter if you believe in psychics or not. Who cares? What really goes to show is that what really helped me was the fact that I wanted to take a chance on myself. I knew I could do it, and I just needed another opportunity, and I needed to be my own like biggest cheerleader and to do it again. And I think that everybody going into something like an audition with the foresight that it's already in your hands, you just have to take it, that's the recipe for doing well in any sort of pressure situation.
If you need us to pretend to be a psychic anytime you're in doubt.
I am one.
No.
Really?
No. But honestly, I do think I have like something.
I bet you do.
I have something.
What do you see? What do you see for Brittany?
Greatness.
I was gonna say greatness. That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy. I'm telling you, there's something
Get outta
here.
here.
Literally, if Malin was here, this would be even more of a turn up.
Absolutely.
Like, because that I see greatness in our future episode with her too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, it's all cooking. Wait, but tell me your thing about psychics. Like, what additionally? Like you said you want to say something about psychics.
Oh no, that was my thing I was gonna say.
Oh, what?
But I do love psychics. I am a psychics apologist.
I think that it really obviously depends on the one. But okay, I'm gonna share this. I saw one that used to be my writing teacher in college. Like he was at Tisch, he was my dramatic writing teacher. Like he was like a craft of writing teacher. And we knew that he was also like, he speaks to spirits like in some way. He's like a more of a reader. He wouldn't use the word psychic.
He's a medium.
He's like a medium. Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
So years have passed. It's been, I don't know how long since we were in college, like 13 years. 13 years. I finally I'm like, I'm going to look him up and I'm going to get a reading with him. I look him up. It's like an 8-month waiting list.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay. So I get on the waiting list. Literally 8 months later, I've forgotten about it. I get an email.
When was this?
It's time. This is like 3 months ago. And he goes, and I sit down with him and he goes, where do I know you from?
Oh.
And I was like, you actually were my teacher in college. I've been waiting years to have a reading with you. He was like, oh my God, I was. He was like, how are you? I was like, he was like, how's it going? I was like, I guess I don't want to tell you too much.
Right.
But
This
like,
defeats the purpose.
but he was like, well,
You tell me how.
So he goes, you're right. Don't say anything. So he starts going, etc. He's like, you are successful. He's like, I was like, yeah, I kind of like am doing it in the entertainment industry, etc. I'm proud to tell you that. I kind of got like a little emotional. And so then he was like, you are single and that's what you want to talk to me about. And I was just like, yeah. And he goes, September. He goes like small blonde. He's coming
you
in
don't know
September.
this story?
I don't know this story, but my jaw has dropped because
It happened.
Right,
It's
I'm
happening.
sure.
It's happening.
I figured that was.
And he goes and well, he's like that's
you're the petite blonde. No.
yeah, it's you. Yeah, right.
Wait.
But that I didn't tell you that. But I haven't been saying it out loud. That's the first time
Wait,
I said it
that's
out loud.
incredible.
I know. I may have even said too much, but like
That's really
But
sweet.
I've had them before where you sit down. When you said that, I was like, I want to get into this because I do believe that there are people with extra senses. We had Tyler Henry on this show.
We had Tyler Henry on the show. Talk about your hypnotist.
I do love my hypnotist. I feel like this is so like woo-woo stuff
Whatever.
that I really do believe in, though. Especially hypnotism, I think, is the way that she described it to me, which I thought was kind of interesting, is like, because she does it where you listen to it every night as you go to bed. So you're in that sort of like Peter Pan, not asleep, not awake, like dream state. And so when someone says something to you, you're more susceptible to what it's saying. So you start believing it because you don't have your conscious voice saying, I don't think that's true.
Wow.
So then after a while, you start to just take it in as fact. Like when you're falling asleep and you're sort of half awake and there's football on the TV and all of a sudden you're having a dream about football, but you don't know anything about football.
Right.
Like that is sort of this mechanism in your brain that sort of rewires your subconscious. And so after a while you're listening to it as you're dreaming, and so your subconscious starts to take it in, and that's what really worked for me. It was like going into places and just not having any sort of like fear about what the outcome was going to be, but just like actually having fun in the moment.
Yeah.
And that completely rewired it sounds bad to say rewired, but it made me take a new thought pattern in terms of like what I thought was going to be true.
That's a rewiring for
Yeah.
sure. If it is calming you down on like a somatic level, like going into these situations where you would feel an amount of pressure,
Yeah.
and you're not feeling that's incredibly that is something that's happening up here entirely.
Yeah. And I do feel like it was, whether or not, and maybe it's through osmosis of, I don't know, like it could be nothing over time either way, but does it matter? You're doing something like, I don't know if it matters necessarily, as well as it's like helping you and you feel better.
Absolutely.
I think also it's just like it's what you want to get out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think did you go for something specific or?
It was God, this is such a downer conversation, but I took a break from acting from 23 to 25.
It was in that period?
It was, and I had to get my shit together. It was like, I'd been a kid actor for so long that I really needed to like rework some stuff in terms of getting better. And then when I was 25, I was going back to auditioning again, and the pressure was too much for my brain, because I was like, you had your career at 23, can you get it back? And I didn't know if I could. And so I developed this really fun anxiety disorder where I couldn't speak in public. And so I would go to speak in auditions and I would actually not be able to like it would like stop. My body would just like take over and I would be so nervous that I couldn't speak. And so I went for that so I could. And now I walk into auditions or I walk into like public speaking or the Emmys, presenting at the Emmys.
Right.
I mean, when I was 25, that would not have been able to happen, you know?
Yeah.
And it's really due to that, I think.
And when you think about like what about it made you nervous, was it just like the things I say are gonna be listened to and then judged, or is it just like the idea of being in front of people?
Yeah,
observed?
it was the idea that I was gonna mess it up, that I was gonna mess up. You're gonna mess up, you're gonna mess up, you're gonna mess up, you're gonna mess up, and then I would. But if I just took that voice away, then I just am present and I'm not thinking that. But I had to,
It was work.
25, you know. What a time.
Yeah.
What a time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I said it on the pod, like you and Malin was the highlight of the Emmys for sure. And I cannot
that's
believe I was like, they found out they were going on stage to present like in the middle of the show. And they didn't know what their copy was until like 10 minutes before they walked out on stage.
We wrote that copy.
You wrote that copy?
Yes.
I have chills.
Because I couldn't walk in my dress.
You kept saying that all night. You're like, I can't move. I
can't move. And I couldn't.
You were standing on the red carpet.
I couldn't move. And I was panicking.
It was a beautiful dress.
Viderheft?
Yes, exactly.
So gorgeous.
Nice. And I was freaking out because I thought it was going to be fine if I'm just sitting down, you know. I don't have to walk anywhere.
Sure.
But the minute they said we're presenting, I was like, I have to walk in front of all these people and in front of
dress.
Yes, in this dress. So we get backstage. We have like 30 minutes till we have to present. There's nothing written. They're giving us just sort of boring copy. And I said to Malin, I was like, I can't walk in my dress. We have to make this a bit.
Yeah.
Or else people are going to be like, why is she walking so weird? And so I said, it's going to take me a while to come out. It's going to take me a while to come out. I'm coming out. And she was like, okay, I get it. Like maybe I could be excited that you got out. And I'm like, yes, you've been waiting for me to come out. And then we just were like, we got it. And so that was 10 minutes before we walked on that.
It was such a perfect two-hander. It was just, and I don't know, this is geeky. Like I like watched it back so many times just to study your face acting, your face journey in that.
That's really funny.
Like you're so like it's the perfect amount of titillation, like and like Malin's just like being hot. And, like,
I know,
just standing there and like holding it.
She can do absolutely nothing, and it's hot.
No, but both of you, I'm like, God, they're really good. Like you guys are incredible. Like it truly, I watched it back so many times. I was like, Brittany motherfucking Snow.
Were you already friends?
We weren't, but we had known of each other. And she was always somebody that I knew of in terms of like, oh, she's a cool girl that everyone has always talked about, that we would get along. Like people have said to me.
That have worked with her?
That I've worked with her. They're like, have you met Malin Akerman? Like you guys just seem like you would be on the same page about a lot of things.
It's like the Swedish thing. It's like, just cool.
But
like,
she's just so cool in terms of when we were doing naked scenes or any, intimate scenes, I'd be like, oh man, I don't know. Like this is, big. And she'd be like, honey, you're a babe. Like you're beautiful. Like let's get it. Like, and I was like, okay. It was very calming.
I love and also I have to say, we had a friend who kind of stepped in it with Malin because he was like, what are you guys going to do about the wig next season? And she was like, she was so graceful. She was like, I had like this health issue and my hair was not its best, and so we got this wig out and we just kind of ran with it. And I was just like, oh my God, like Malin Akerman
everyone
is
making fun of that and it being like an actual thing.
And she was like so cool. And I even texted her like after the fact. I was like, hey, and thank you so much for being so graceful in that moment. She was like, oh my God, no, what are you talking about? Like
she doesn't care.
She doesn't give a fuck.
She does not give a fuck. I mean, that's the cool thing about like all of us on this show is like, we really are just having the best time and we just don't care. Like we're just excited, but people can love it, hate it. We had a blast.
I don't like that they did Chrissy Metz like that.
Why did she have to die?
We found her crumpled on the floor.
I know.
When we found Chrissy, she was
nominated
crumpled.
Emmy
nominated Chrissy Metz was crumpled on the ground. We didn't even get to see.
I know.
Shots fired.
I asked her that at the Netflix party, which goes to show. I was like, do you think that you could come back and we could film the death scene? Because maybe that could be like in season 2.
Yeah.
I feel like she deserves that scene.
I think she deserved a little bit more than what she
Than
got,
what she-
for sure.
Definitely.
Like, at least let's see the showdown. Because the whole time we had been waiting for the showdown.
showdown.
Not me critiquing the show.
But
Do it.
that I love.
we had a good friend from college on the show, on the pod, and she went out for that role, and we each had a fun line read turn auditioning the Chrissy Metz line of
Oh, I love that.
y'all better get back out there and find who out killed
my
my
fucking daughter. Y'all better get out there and find out who killed my
fucking daughter.
There's so many
so
ways you
good.
can do it. You can be heartbroken, you can be angry, you can be urgent, you
I
can be...
saw the tears well up in both of you guys' eyes.
You better get out there. Find my fucking daughter. It's really good.
Wait.
It's a great line.
You could have been great in that part.
He's amazing.
I'm saying I'm pitching us for the show.
I know.
Because we
You're
could
in.
definitely cry during the episode.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
Which
Jamie
eye?
Ray could get us there.
She could get anyone there.
Which eye, quite frankly.
That's right.
Okay, we have to ask you the question.
Yes, we
So
do.
sorry, yes.
No, oh my God, don't apologize.
Don't apologize to us.
We should apologize. We need to ask you, Brittany Snow, what is the culture that made you say culture is for me?
You have a great answer.
So when I was a little girl, I strictly watched Meg Ryan movies on
you did.
a loop. They were my favorite. I've seen all of them. And Meg Ryan specifically to me as a little girl was like the pinnacle of an actress that I wanted to be, which was she's inherently cute.
Yep.
She just looks the way that she looks. So,
Yep.
you know, there's nothing that she can do about that.
Right.
She's adorable. But she never played her roles as like a ditzy blonde with short hair. She always was the smartest person in the room.
Yep.
She always had a point of view. She always was like a really strong presence in all of her movies. And I loved that dichotomy of like, you don't have to be a ditzy, cutesy, adorable girl that like doesn't know where she's going in the movie. She knew everything
Yep.
in every movie that she was ever in. So I aspired to be that. And I just remember watching as like a, 8-year-old being like, if I could only be Meg Ryan, you know?
But this makes so much sense to me that like you would connect with her on that level, and that I feel like you have sort of like brought that Meg Ryan archetype, as if you can call it that, into like the present. Like feel like you've always really occupied that very like that sharpness in the acting and the technique, but also in the look of like a blonde person, a gorgeous blonde person that belies this depth, like that actually like has always been there. I feel like that is what you guys share.
That's
very
nice. Thank you.
But like, between we were really eating back then. Like between Meg Ryan and Julia Roberts, like
I know.
Because they made those movies.
because they made those movies. But I just remember as a kid watching those movies, being like, those are
Those are
most
the best.
beautiful,
Those are movie
smartest,
stars.
funniest.
Those are
Sandra
movie
Bullock, Julia Roberts, Claire Danes, who I just worked with. I mean, just the most elegant.
Reese would follow right after
Reese. I mean, just also like approachable and smart, and you weren't watching them like fall over themselves and being like, I wonder what's going to happen next. They were taking charge of the movies. That
Sure.
They were in.
Yeah, they were the heroines. I feel like for me, my favorite Meg Ryan is When Harry Met Sally.
Always. It's one of my
I think
favorite
it's actually one of the
movies.
best movies ever.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree. If Letterboxd came to me and was like the 4, Harry
Yeah.
Met Sally is in there for sure.
That's
Absolutely.
one I have always forgotten about in that context. But yeah, it's up there. It's competitive.
It's a perfect movie.
And,
Yeah.
and speaking of Nora Ephron, and you've got Mail, it is kind of the perfect, it's such an elegant thing of like, okay, it's the new way of sort of like flirting and sort of the new way of courtship in like the, millennium or late 90s. But like paired with like the fact that it's like, there's a used bookstore and it's like meeting in the park. It's like
Yeah.
it's like the perfect tension of like old and new in that rom-com. It just feels, and like Sleeping in Seattle, where it's like there's just, she was able to do all these very innovative things in rom-coms. It's like it wasn't that she like was just thrown into the rom-com genre or that she like helped invent it. It's just that she like pushed the boundaries of it in that time when it really blew up as a genre.
And I think she also was, I think people forget how good she was at physical comedy too.
Yes.
She had these mannerisms that I feel like I sort of like emulated on accident. There's like this really kind of, it's sort of okay movie called Addicted to Love with her and Matthew Broderick. And she is like this biker chick with like eyeliner, and that's how you know she's a rebel, is because she wears eyeliner. And she just like moves like her body very cool and spastically, and I just think that it's something that she just really cornered the market of like adorable all around.
Right.
I mean, where was the Oscar nomination for When Harry Met Sally? Because the orgasm scene, the
Right.
fake orgasm scene,
That's the peak physical comedy.
it's
Yeah.
literally, and also just it's so lived in. Like it's like but you also believe that because she had established a character that like would do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because on the page, like obviously incredible script, but that is a leap on the page that it's going to go that far in that way.
Right.
But you buy it, especially in a movie that's been so grounded and been so in reality. That moment is so kind of wild and crazy, but you receive it as fact when she's doing it.
yeah.
And I think that surprising element of all her characters is something that I really love too, is that she can play someone really, really grounded, but also the element of surprise is always there. She can always do something like that that's sort of just like out of the box, and you feel for her, you like her.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like that.
What was the standard loop? Like, what was the rotation?
Oh yeah. What? How did it work?
Did you guys know about this movie called French Kiss that she did with Kevin Kline?
I heard about French Kiss. Were you like, was it Joe versus the volcano too? That was
Joe versus the volcano. But French Kiss was really my like in rotation. Addicted to Love was in there.
Yep.
I mean, Top Gun, she's in, of course.
Yeah. I was so mad when they didn't bring her back. That was so
Same.
disrespectful.
I know. She's
Beyond
the wife.
disrespectful.
I know.
Yeah.
But this movie called French Kiss, it's sort of like there's this part where she's on the train, she's eating a bunch of cheese, and she realizes that she's lactose intolerant. And it's one of those like orgasm moments where it's super big, but it's sort of adorable. And she's sort of like dressed like Diane Keaton the whole movie. It's sort of that like androgynous wardrobe that's so great. And I ate that shit up when I was a kid. I loved it.
She also took some cool risks at the end of that. You could tell that she probably got like a little tired of what was happening with her in the romantic comedy sphere because she felt maybe a little typecast. In the Cut is a full Jane Campion movie. Like she's
badass.
giving it to you in that.
Right.
Like, see, it's so funny that I've seen it in the Cut, and you know what's a blind spot of mine? This is crazy. Sleepless in Seattle. I've never seen it. It's
good.
unacceptable.
So good.
You know, it might not. It
Her
might.
response is, ooh.
No. It's just because I feel like I'm older, so it makes me feel like that was such a part of my zeitgeist of like it was even old for me. Like I was too young for it.
It was a little before our time slightly. And
slightly.
It's a hard sell now just because like the leads are never in the same scene.
Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed this about 90s movies, but there's a lot of commonality or like a common theme is like stalking.
Right.
Like there's all these people who are like, it's so romantic that they show up.
No, say anything. It's like, get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically stalking this girl.
And the girl
Right.
is like, oh my gosh,
so romantic.
he loves me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, you're in trouble.
Yes, you're in trouble.
We call
Run.
that love bombing.
Yeah.
Love
Now.
bombing. There was a
at
lot
the
of that
very
in
least.
90s movies for sure.
No, totally. But I mean, you put the film gloss on it and it's great.
You know what though? In
know.
a movie,
Who cares?
you're only
Give me a
seeing the
boombox.
beginning
Yeah.
of the love bombing, which is so good.
It's
You know what
true.
I mean? So in a movie where it ends with them kissing, they're just manic, and you don't see the next movie, which is like a full crash. But we don't want to see the crash.
No.
No. We know. We probably know where it's going. But also like 90s movies, they didn't care.
Yeah.
They didn't care
It
at
can
all.
be sort
Like
of
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. The fact that they kiss at the end of that and it's like euphoric, I'm like, wow, you guys are going to be
the worst
both
toxic.
inpatient. Like you're both headed there.
You're-
Like
yeah.
you're both nuts.
In a straitjacket.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Kate and Leopold too was like I think the last
Kate-
Meg
Oh,
Ryan.
yes.
That was like one of the births of Hugh Jackman.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of Hugh Jackman's first roles, but it was just like another like innovation. Like
Well, and then that trend kind of caught on, those types of
Yes.
movies.
Yeah.
About like, wasn't he just coming back from, isn't he like in the past?
He's in the past.
He's some
Yes.
sort of colonial.
Yes. No, he's a prince. Or
He's
like
a prince.
he's a
Yeah,
prince,
that's what I
but
meant.
it was
Colonial.
That, colonial.
He's old. He's from olden times.
You know what I mean?
Olden
Old.
times. But I love a time traveling thing because Lake House also did that with Sandra Bullock.
I loved Lake House.
Loved the Lake
I loved
House.
everything Sandra Bullock was into. She's queens. They can
She
do no
was
wrong.
her like slightly more sarcastic cousin.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
Right.
bit darker.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see that movie with Ben Affleck and Sandra Bullock? It was called like
Forces of Nature.
Forces of
Yeah.
Nature, and she's so hot in that movie.
She's incredibly hot. I mean, when she comes out in Miss Congeniality after she's had after
yeah,
they
with the,
put her
like,
through the like car
So
wash
good.
or whatever the fuck, like it just is so good.
So
she
good.
looks unbelievable.
I know.
Like aviators.
Yeah,
And like is the dress like
Mustang
blue?
Sally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's like
like-
sort of like a
it's
weird
like a lavender,
Shimmery
right?
blue.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
colorblind
and
as
it's sort of
hell.
that stretchy material that is not used for clothes anymore.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But like dog toys have that same material.
Bring it back.
I could chew on both.
yeah.
Bring it back.
There's a dog theme that's strung through this
There is.
episode.
Are you a dog
Dogs?
person?
Oh, hell, I love my dog is my everything. Yes.
Describe the dog.
A very cute, ugly. Like more,
Yes.
yeah. It's like she's sort of has eyes that go different directions, and so that
Yes.
makes her really cute. But her personality is just the best. She's a rescue. She's 5 pounds. She's
She's 5 pounds.
She would sit right here, and she'd sit the whole time. She wouldn't move.
Really?
She's just the most chill. We balance each other out.
Is it
that
just
way.
the one dog?
just the one dog?
Yeah.
Love it.
You
Yeah.
can't really have like another dog when the one dog is that small.
She goes everywhere. She's a set dog. She was the mascot of the Hunting Wives. She was with us all the time, every day on set. There was even a scene at the Jed's mansion where she was like going to be in the background, and then she heard me yelling at one point, and then she started barking, so we had to throw her out of the scene.
Wait, what's her
Well-
name?
Charlie.
Charlie.
Spelled like Charlie XCX or regular?
No, Charlie with an E. Yeah, unfortunately, I know we can't all win.
Can't win 'em all.
Can't win 'em all. She doesn't have a hot girl summer or like anything that related.
No, it's fine. It's okay. She's chilling.
She's a dog. Yeah.
Dog. It's fine.
Is Meg Ryan doing it? Like, is she? Because I remember there was like a comeback rumor or something. I think she's directing now.
She's directing.
She was directing.
She's done some roles,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
We're friends with Jack.
Jack
Jack's
Quaid,
the best.
her son,
Yes, of course.
who has all the star quality of his parents combined.
Yeah.
No.
He's so
the best.
effortless.
Really, truly.
He's
I know.
great. Do you know him?
I don't
Oh,
actually.
you should. You should do something together.
Yeah, get on that. We'll get on that.
We'll
Get
produce.
lunch.
Yeah.
We'll produce.
Las Cultch is. We're gonna be producers.
We're gonna be producers.
We're gonna
I'm
produce
here for-
our way into Hunting Wives season 2.
You already did, and I love it.
I think it's a good idea. But now that I don't know,
What?
I kind of did the whole episode in my mind already. That was my anxious thought. I thought of it and then finished it.
What is Sophie doing during this time?
I think she's not in that one, boo.
No, we need a Sophie scene.
I'm out of that
In
episode?
one. You can direct that episode. Do you have any interest in directing?
I directed a movie a couple years ago.
You did?
Yeah.
What? Oh, we're so sorry that we.
Oh, that's
just
okay.
skimmed past it.
You guys have done enough on the Brittany Snow world. No, I mean like
We're not real snow bunnies if we don't know about your directorial debut.
I know you went to Gaither High School.
That's crazy. Yes, Gaither High
It's
School.
on Wikipedia.
That's true.
gonna be
There's a
honest.
lot on Wikipedia that's not true though.
Well, you're
Yeah.
a Pisces like me.
I am a Pisces. Oh, you're a Pisces.
Do you identify with? He's a Scorpio.
Scorpio.
This is very good. This is a very good day.
Oh no, you just leered at me. You don't. Like
No,
that.
I
we
just
love. We love.
I love Scorpios. Yeah.
Okay, good. Water signs.
I just didn't realize that you were a Scorpio.
Oh, he's the Scorpio. He doesn't suffer fools.
It's not that. You know what I identify most now recently as a Scorpio? And this is gonna sound so like eye roll because it's about what people do to me. But it's a lot of people project stuff onto Scorpios. They're like,
Oh, like
you don't
judgments.
or they think they project things about me. Like
He's right. They do this.
They'll assume things about me that are just obviously informed by like what the person is thinking. Whatever. We don't have to
Right.
get into it.
Well, that's what people do for Pisces too. They just
Yeah.
assume that I'm sensitive and emotional and about to cry.
They're
And
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
literally same. I'm a Pisces too. March 5th is my birthday.
March 9th.
Ah.
Do we have a joint birthday party one year?
Maybe we should. March 7th, huge day for us.
Oh, yeah.
2 days after
right
mine,
in
2
the
days
middle.
before yours. Just saying.
Just
You know who's blowing me up right now and I don't know why? Jared Frieder. You know Jared.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how. Wait, because of Liz, Jared and
Yes.
Liz
Yes.
are so close, and
Yes.
that was the Muna concert.
Yes,
so I was with
because
Liz
you
and
were
Jen.
in Someone Great.
I was in Someone Great.
Yes, which is
Jen.
another classic.
And that's how I met you. Is because of Jen.
It's because of Jen,
Robinson.
Jen Kate Robinson, and then Liz Elver and Lee went to my high school. in
Yeah,
Colorado.
they went to high school together.
And was good friends with
Liz
my
was
sister.
best friends with his sister Yang.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Wait, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know. I didn't know how that all came to be, but that makes sense.
No, yeah. So you're a Muna fan.
Of course.
Of course, who is it?
Yeah.
It's kind of burr of
It's
you.
kind of
It's kind of lesbian of you to be in Hunting Wives and be a Muna fan. Projecting things onto us, the Pisces.
Yep.
We're used to it.
Yeah,
You're
well,
used to it.
and they're always right.
Yeah, they are.
I am gonna cry.
I'm crying right now.
I almost did during my
Such a good cry.
performance as Chrissy.
You
Metz.
did. You did. I saw that.
And he went more to anger.
Of course.
Of course.
I love that.
It's just kind of it's where we go. What?
No, nothing. I'm sighing because speaking of, just I'm thinking of Brittany Snow crying and
that makes you cry?
No,
Oh,
well, it makes
You're
me cry.
so good at
it.
it.
Makes me. I'm filled with awe because in the previously on Hunting Wives clips, they would always constantly play the clip of Sophie going, "She died." Like it's.
We actually
it's devastating. Do you know what I'm talking about?
We were doing a contest about who could do the best.
She died. She died.
No. Stop it. What is that from?
It's from when Sophie
when you
tells
say the story of the first accident.
of the accident.
Oh my God, when I'm in the green dress?
Yeah.
And oh my God.
When
Yeah.
you're when you're at the lodge.
Yes,
and
I know what you're talking
telling
about
other
now.
women about the accident.
And literally, like, it was just. And
we
the reason
scream.
why we were doing it is because they were showing it in the previously a lot.
No, but also
Constantly.
I'm not proud of that performance at
No,
all.
I
I'm
know
telling you,
what you
it's so
mean.
good.
Sorry. It's just because at that moment I didn't realize that it like cuts to Katie and she's like, oh my God, like I could have like done so many different things, but you're right. I was like, she died.
No,
And I, like,
it was
and I-
perfect.
no, but you're right. I feel like
You can't watch playback.
No, I can't.
No.
But also like I get what you're saying. It was like a strange thing to have constantly go back.
Well,
and
we
have
had to
call
remember.
back.
I love the previously.
I love
Can I say
Previouslys.
previously is one of my favorite parts of a whole episode?
You know,
Yeah.
sometimes when I think or when I wasn't working and I was thinking to myself like one day I'll be on a TV show and I would say to myself like previously.
Yeah.
It's like so cool to say
Did
it.
you do the voiceover?
Did you get to do it?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're like, wow, I'm really on a TV show now. I got to say
I've
previously.
been on a thing that has a previously.
No, I've never said previously.
All
You
I want
guys,
is to say previously.
You will. You can.
I did get to say in a secret deodorant commercial, "Wicked for Good" in theaters November 21st. That felt cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That just sounds like a
Ooh.
brag. I'm sorry.
No.
But
These are
Wicked
the
for Good
wins.
is in theaters November.
Wicked for Good is in
21st.
theaters November 21st.
Oh,
But-
don't you know? I know it. Yes.
Wait, I need to ask because you alluded to this earlier. So you think you could have done the "she died" scene better, but you had other moments. You said there were other moments throughout the season where you were like, I could have done that better. Would you
think
like
I-
to put those out there now?
I think I always
Sure.
pretty much I always think I can do better. It really it bothers me because I'm pretty hard on myself and I always when I watch things back I'm like I could have done better.
Or you're like, I did it better, and that wasn't the take.
100%.
Literally always.
Always.
And that's why
Why did they use that one?
I know. I always think that, but then I just keep reminding myself like it's because it was better holistically. I have to trust
Yes.
the experts here. Also, maybe the one I'm thinking wasn't the one.
Right.
Maybe it would have looked odd after her line. You know what I'm saying? Like but I have the same thing where I'm
Yeah.
like, that take?
Well, to go back to the fact that I have directed before, I directed my own movie that I wrote, and I have been on that side where I had to edit, and I
Right.
was in the editing room for 4 months, and I do know that thought, which does come into play when I watch myself, of like I've been on the other side where the best take isn't always the one you're going to be able to use because her hair was on the wrong side, or
Right.
there was something that we couldn't get out of the frame, or whatever it
lighting
is, a lighting thing,
Totally.
or just little minute things that you're not thinking of. And so I do take that into consideration, although it does suck.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And whenever you don't have, is that a Pisces thing? We're not really controlling.
Um,
But that's not even a control
Just
thing.
sensitive.
It's a sensitivity
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
It's like,
sensitivity
I
thing.
want people to think I did the scene really good.
yeah. And just
yeah.
maybe that's the controlling of it, is that I know that I can do better. And so there's this sort of like sensitivity to I guess that's controlling.
Yeah.
No, it's a sensitivity to just emotion.
Yeah.
That's the
yeah,
Pisces
yeah.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
the Pisces.
you can like you're getting a read on like these micro moments or something.
Yeah,
and you're-
sensitivity based on emotional portrayal.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of Pisces there. Creative. You know what's creative and we are in control of? I don't think so, honeys. It is
time.
time for
Oh
the
my
segment.
God. Okay.
So this is our 60-second segment where we take just exactly that amount of time
God,
to
you guys have been thinking about this for so long.
rip something in culture apart. You have been thinking about it. So I heard that we heard your two. We told you, we weighed in. We said we think one is the one. We're gonna go first, and you can ruminate on it.
Okay.
Okay. I have one. I've been moving apartments in LA, and I have one.
Okay. This is Matt Rogers. I don't think so, honey. His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. Dust.
Oh.
I just found out you're mostly my own skin. I don't think so, honey. Almost 50% of all that in the corner, bitch, that's your own skin. Those are your dead cells. I'll say it again. Dead cells all up in the dust. When you go to a corner, it's horrible. Any room you're in right now, go to the corner. It's terrible. I'm telling you. You need to call the cleaner. Please let this be not just that I don't think so, honey. It's a reminder you need to clean
30
or
seconds.
call the cleaner. Get someone or you yourself. Get the supplies. The dust is you. You are all about it. It's like Soylent Green up in here. I'm telling you. It's really bad. And bitch, I have to tell you about your air filter. It's so bad.
15
It is
seconds.
so bad. Get the dust out of there. You're going to die. If you suck in this dust, you're going to die. I'm telling you. Then talk about dust mites. Don't try to give it a cute name, you bitch. I don't think so, honey, this. You are not going to call it a dust
seconds.
mite. A dust bunny. It's an insult to bunnies. I don't think so, honey. It's my own skin. It's not a bunny which I want to pet. It's my skin which I either want to keep or never see again. I don't think so, honey.
And that's 1 minute. The only bunnies we want?
Snow
No.
bunnies.
I am terrified.
Why? Because that was so great?
Yes.
Oh, please.
And also I'm going home to immediately start dusting.
No, you got it. I'm telling you.
You have to.
No, but I bought an old house and it's really dusty.
I know, especially, and that's also the thing about the unfortunate drawback to like, oh, this house gets great light. It's going to get amazing dust.
Get 2 air purifiers.
Yeah. Oh no, I've got 2. One upstairs, one downstairs.
Britney
Great.
Snow has 2.
But
Yes.
the dust bunnies are, not a part of the club and they're everywhere.
Everywhere. And I'm telling you, the one great thing, I'm so happy to be leaving my apartment in LA and going somewhere else. It got so much dust like 2 days after. I don't know. It's something about it, but it's terrible. And like I found a lot of it hiding in one place, and I just couldn't believe how big the ball was. This is really nasty.
Well, you
Did you take a picture?
I didn't because Melissa was freaking out. She was like, "Stop touching it!" It was really, we were like kind of playing with the dust. We were high.
It's the dryness. It's the dryness. in
Yeah,
LA.
it was not good. But anyways, we're happy moving to Studio City. Woo! To be closer to Jared, actually.
Oh.
My bestie.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, we dated for a year.
Hot. Very cute.
At the time, very much so.
Yeah,
Better as friends, though.
I get that.
Yeah.
Burr?
Not because of him, just because I've been in that situation.
Yeah. Sometimes you're just better as friends. All right, what do you think? I don't think so.
I
Or
have
what?
something.
Okay.
It's also another like house thing, but I think it's really important.
Work. Okay, so this is Bowen Yang's. I don't think so, honey. His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. Light switches you have to press. Give me an actual rocking mechanism. I don't care if it's the little nub. I don't care if it's the full.
You want to flick?
I want to flick because guess what these dimmers do? They go slow. They take their time. And sometimes I need it to be lights out like that. And most of the time with these pressed light switches, you go to a hotel, oh, isn't this nice?
30 seconds.
Wait a minute. The light switches are nonsensical. I'm pressing a button and I gotta count 10 clock ticks for this to fully go black.
15 seconds.
I'm trying to go to bed. Meanwhile, I'm standing at the threshold between the closet and the bathroom waiting for the
threshold.
light to go down.
5 seconds.
So that before I can tuck myself in. Honey, there's no time. I'm busy.
And that's 1 minute. You know, I've done one very similar about when you go to a hotel. Like, if you ever spring on like a nice hotel, you can't use one thing. It's impossible to use. You want to turn on the TV? You can't.
You can't.
You can't. Because the remote's something from outer space. You want to turn on the light in your bathroom? You can't.
And my classic
No.
thing, hotel trash cans.
Fat chance.
Fat chance. It's tiny. It's a little canister.
They're getting worse. Soon it's going to be a button all the way over there to open the trash can over here. Don't even talk to me about a button that says all.
I was just about to go there.
Liars.
I hate that. Why do you I press all and everything goes black. I can never find the button again. Everything is.
You have to run to the bed.
You have
You have to run to the
You're
bed.
definitely gonna fall over.
You're tripping over something.
You'll be killed.
Definitely. I have killed by all light.
You will. I'm telling
The
you,
all
like
button.
they make it so difficult. Like my parents are in Greece right now.
Oh my God, it's now?
Yeah, they're in Greece. It's their second time ever leaving the country, and I was like, I wanted them to go into like have a nice trip and go in nice hotels. And then after I sent them, I was like, oh no, are they gonna know how to like turn on the coffee thing? Because it's fucking Rubik's Cube.
Oh.
Like
no.
it is crazy to turn on a light. Toilets, you know, they have those fancy bidets like in the toilet.
Oh no.
You'll be there for 45 minutes trying to figure it out. And then when you do, you'll never leave. But sometimes I get to some of those bidets and I'm like, I'm not leaving. This is too good.
No.
No, I know you in the bidet.
I'm getting a blood clot. I'm staying.
Oh my.
Brittany
Okay.
Snow. Okay, are you ready?
I think so.
This is what a sentence. Oh my God, thank you so much for coming.
I am having the best time.
Me too.
I don't want to leave. Okay.
This is it's getting bidet. We don't want to leave.
I have a date with the other blonde.
Oh, this is Brittany Snow's I Don't Think So, Honey, and her time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. Okay, hospital shows.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. I know some people that it is their comfort to, after a long day, you're working traffic, you're a person that's got kids, you're taking care of old people, and then you go home at the end of the night and you want to curl up with a nice glass of tea and a blanket, and you're going to put on the most high stakes drama of people dying who actually
Blood.
really die in real life. These are real stories that happen. And then now your comfort show, Grey's Anatomy, The Pit, also Noah Wiley, Call Me, I will do season 3.
Yeah.
I love
Yes.
him. Also, Noah Wiley, side note, is a doctor. If I was on a plane
Yeah.
and there was somebody, that, like, if I was going down and there was like, is there a doctor in the plane? And there was another doctor and then there was Noah Wiley, I would pick Noah Wiley.
You trust him.
He knows everything.
Of course.
But
Yeah.
that's not the point. The point is, I don't think that these shows are good things to watch because they don't give anybody comfort. I don't want to go to a hospital. Does anybody like going to the hospital? Why am I willingly going to the hospital
People who love
when I'm in bed?
Munchausen's. I'm sorry, keep going.
But like, do you like going to the hospital? When
I
I'm
never.
visiting people in the hospital, I want to get the fuck out of there.
Right.
And then now we are willingly putting ourselves into the hospital. And it's like dramatic? I don't think so, honey.
That's 1 minute. That was perfect. Oh my God.
Perfectly
Round of
done.
Applause for Brittany Snow.
Really
everybody.
good. And also, this is speaking to something in the culture that needs to be addressed, which is why do we like these things? It's literal pain, blood, and more. And I will say something. What is the thing with like people being like, wow, now I really know what that experience is like. It's like why did anyone need to know what they go through? I get it. Can I say personally for me, I get it. Being in a hospital, working in like an emergency room, it sounds awful. Not for entertainment.
But let me just say, to play the devil's advocate to my own, I don't think so, honey. I do think that it's highlighting people in those roles that have the most horrible, hard jobs.
Absolutely.
I don't give one fuck about actors who are like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I hate my job. It's
No.
like, no, you go to a hospital and those people are allowed to complain about being tired because they're
course.
saving lives. But then also, yes, we're highlighting those jobs. But at the same time, I don't want to have any enjoyment in that.
No.
Or comfort in the fact that you just saved a child from like their arm getting cut off or whatever.
course.
Like that to me is not something that I find to make me like ready for bed now.
Yeah,
Right.
He loves The Pit, and we are
The
noted
Pit.
Grey's Anatomy stans, but I don't even know if I could rewatch it because now as an adult I'm super sensitive to pain. To
pain.
Like human
Yeah.
pain.
Did you ever do a hospital show?
No one has ever thought that I could play a doctor.
And,
But were you
or
on
a
Grey's
nurse.
Anatomy?
No.
Why am I creating that you were a patient on Grey's Anatomy?
I was a bipolar girl who killed someone on SVU.
That's why.
Yeah.
pretty which is the exchange rate is you were a doctor on Grey's on a hospital procedural.
Yeah.
No, I can't do those the language, like the wording
course.
of no.
Oh.
I actually wrote a Grey's Anatomy spec script in college, and it's just all the hospital jargon. I was just gonna put in the dialogue like in parentheses like hospital jargon here.
Well, that's what
and
they
the
do.
doctor
That's
was
what-
like, I know, but my teacher was like, no, just write it. And I was like, I need 10 cc's of penicillin. And it's like, what is that?
But the actual writers on Grey's just go
Jargon.
just go medical, like
Medical,
brackets,
medical.
medical. So legitimately,
Hell no.
and then they have
As an
consultants.
actor, that is my nightmare. That like it's a reoccurring nightmare that I have is that I show up to do Grey's Anatomy or whatever, and they're like, "You got the medical jargon, right?" They know it just came in last night, and you're like, "What medical jargon?" And they're like, "The paragraph of medical jargon that you don't know." That is an actual nightmare that I have on the regular.
Amazing,
Like-
specific actor dreams.
Specific, very like.
That
and
is
it's,
so
Interesting.
specific to just actors. Is like,
know.
what if I show up to Grey's Anatomy and I don't know the medical jargon? Humiliating.
Humiliating.
And I'm nude.
I'm agreeing with everything you're saying, Brittany. When you asked who likes going to the hospital, this is I'm gonna say a Canadian thing, which is when you have socialized medicine, especially if you're a kid growing up in Canada, like I was. Mm-hmm. I broke my arm twice growing up in Montreal. Going to the children's hospital was the funnest time.
Yeah, he broke his arm twice because he could go
we're
back.
talking about a different
medical system. But like the children's hospital in Montreal was
a happy place.
A happy place. The walls were colorful. There's play places,
they
books
had a
everywhere.
And they were fixing your arm.
And they were fixing my arm, and the doctors were so nice and so happy. The nurses
was Noah Wiley there?
There was a Noah Wiley-esque man, pediatrician.
Oh,
I mean, come on. I think the appeal of the pit is you're watching Noah Wiley be Noah Wiley.
Oh, definitely.
And there's nothing better. Oh my God, and he just. I mean, did you see him at the party during the Emmys?
Of course.
He and his wife, the most gorgeous couple.
Just the most gorgeous.
They had to
and so
be the
in
belles
love.
of the ball.
They were the
were.
belles of the
They
ball,
were.
and I love that for them.
It was the pit and Hunting Wives.
Two vastly different experiences.
I want that
grounded
crossover
shows.
bad. I want that crossover
Me and Malin
bad.
are like 500 cc's,
yeah,
baby.
yeah, like 100%.
Baby, let me get that scalpel, baby. Come on, give me
Whenever
that scalpel,
you do
baby.
that, I don't know, something happens.
Wait, this is my Malin. Ready?
Yeah.
Offer me a tampon.
I don't know. I think I have a tampon.
Oh, I can't use that.
I think that's pretty good.
Oh, I can't use that.
Oh, I can't use that.
I can't use that.
Wait. Okay. Before we go.
Yes.
You guys both told me that you had like questions about the show because you were like, if this person does that and that person is that and that guy, it was What are the questions?
Okay. My question is, how will Sophie reckon with what she's done?
How will she get out of this one?
I have theories that are completely not based in any facts.
But let's hear them.
Because we're all pitching.
Because I don't know this to be true at all, but I do think that this puts them on an even playing field, and I do think that she's smarter than people think she is, and I would like to see her having done stuff already to like lay the groundwork for like she's got some shit on Margot that she could drop, on the drop of a hat and turn everything around if Margot figures out that she killed Kyle. But I think no one's going to figure out about Kyle for a long time.
Wow.
I
But
think
they
she
will
took
at
that
some
phone
point.
for a reason. I think she took the phone for a reason.
You don't think that Malin knew it was her at the end? I think she did.
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Okay.
We played it both ways. It's funny how it went in the show, but
That
they did
is-
tell me to take the phone for a reason.
Yeah. There are so many
Smart.
ways to interpret the show.
Absolutely. As I'm an example of.
I'm telling you, like we were in Ptown, like ostensibly a lot of fun things to do there. No, all we wanted to do was be in the house watching the show. It was the highlight of every moment of the trip was watching the show. And the Dune store was good.
Dune store was good, but we didn't really go out.
I liked that one. I liked the Red Inn too.
Red
that
Inn
we had
was
good
fun.
cocktails there. But other than that, it was the Hunting Wives. You.
I am just so honored by that. Truly.
Thank you for that was my 1 week off the entire summer. Thank you for but thank
was.
you.
Oh my God. I'm glad.
We spent it
your
with you.
We spent it
escapism
with
we
you.
did all together.
Yes.
Yes. We escaped.
And you have 2 shows coming up.
I do. 2 shows. One on Hulu that's called Murdaugh, Death in the Family. And I play Mandy Matney, who is the real reporter that the podcast Murdaugh Murders, her character, she's the person that sort of like spearheaded the whole fight to get this guy, Alec Murdaugh, behind bars and figure out what was happening with that story. So she is a badass.
So she sort of comes in and is like, we have to get the truth.
We have to get the truth.
Yeah, and she was the first person to actually kind of sense that this was a bigger story at play, that it wasn't just this guy who was up to no good. There was something that was way, way more insidious with the story. And she just followed that lead and nobody took it seriously. And so as it was happening, she was the one that was sort of the person that knew before anyone else and was really like sort of this gnat in their family in terms of like making sure that the stories broke, that somebody was always watching them, that the story was actually getting told. And so, yeah, it was up to her that this all happened.
Wow.
So,
and hospital shows are too gruesome for you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're out here with all this murder.
well, I'm the murder.
There's so much murder in all your shows.
I know. I've been really
What about that
murdery
message
lately.
to the kids
I'm sorry,
who
kids.
love you? The kids love you. You're in every murder show on television.
I will be in more also.
Well, hear that, kids?
Hear that, kids? Is the second show a murder show?
It is.
So there you go.
It is.
unbelievable.
It's called The Beast in Me.
It's called The Beast in Me? What about the kids?
They,
what about the kids out
The
there?
kids out there. Sorry.
Not everything I do is for the children.
Fair. That's fair.
most
No,
of
you
it.
are feeding the children. Yes, gay guys speak.
Yes, gay guys speak.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's really good. When you feed the children, that's good.
I figured.
Brr?
Okay.
Beast and Me.
Beast in Me is there are no children in the Beast in Me, but it is about also murder. My husband is being he's
Murdered?
being-
No.
he might have murdered his ex-wife, and I'm the new wife. But it's sort of like the jinx in the way of like he's sort of this tycoon and billionaire, and you don't really know what's going on in terms of his murder past because he might not have murdered her at all. Not everyone in the show is as they seem because Claire Danes, she plays this writer that's doing a book on Matthew Rhys, my husband. I know. I'm
Wait,
obsessed.
Matthew Rhys and Claire Danes?
Yes.
So it's going to be a phenomenon.
It is the same people who did Homeland.
Oh,
so it is.
stop.
We're familiar.
Claire Danes is going back with Homeland people?
Yeah.
Oh, this is too much.
And I'm there too. I know. Oh, who would have thought?
This is crazed.
It's going to be very cool.
We met her at SNL 50. She listens. She
said
to
she
us
listens to the pod.
somehow.
That was too much.
It was too much. She's so fucking.
Yeah,
cool.
she's
She
the
is the
best.
coolest.
Best actor ever.
She's the best actor. She's the best person. Her and Matthew Rhys are truly. I mean, I loved working on that show every day because of how they conducted themselves on set. And then we all became friends. And I was just
love
like,
that.
I love when people are that good at what they do and they're also that good in real life as people. Claire just wanted to hang out. She just
Yeah.
wanted to know things about me, and she really listens. She's just
Rad.
the best.
The best.
She's just so rad.
This was so fun.
So
We're obsessed
fun.
with you. We love you.
We love you.
We have
Love
to
you
hang out with
guys.
you. When they said that they spent so much time with you at the Emmys, like you and all my friends, I was just like, I have to be there. But now we're gonna do something.
We're doing it.
We're going.
We're gonna hang out.
We're gonna hang out.
We're gonna be like
100.
real friends
Catch us in the streets.
in the streets.
All right.
Here we go.
And okay, ready?
What? Yeah. We had every episode with the song.
I'm trying to think. What's the song? The new girl in town. Na, 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 na. I wish I knew the words. I can hear the bells. If you want to hear that and more, listen to the Hairspray original cast soundtrack. Bye. Bye. Yes! Yes! So good.
Las Culturistas is a production by Will Ferrell's Big Money Players and iHeartRadio podcasts.
Created and hosted by Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang. Executive produced by Anna Hosnier and Hans Sani.
Produced by Becca Ramos. Edited and mixed by Doug Babe and Monique Laborde.
And our music is by Henry Kapersky.